Well, g'day, it's Jono Break here from The Forge Leader, and I'm here with another round of Monday Myth Check. And when you're watching this, or if you're watching it on the day that it gets posted, which is Monday, 17th of November, it's my birthday. Now, while we're in the spirit of talking about disc, and we're doing disc specially at the moment, I'm an ID actually in the disc, but the I's, basically they take a one-day birthday and they can spread it out over an entire month. And so, you know, they love it being their birthday. They love telling everyone it's their birthday. They can't understand why more people don't do that, why people don't celebrate. So I actually wanted to have a bit of a think about that today in the context of a birthday. And tonight I am going to go out and hang out with a bunch of very close friends. We're just going to go and have a great meal up in Asheville near where I live. And I want to think about, like, why don't we celebrate anniversaries? We do celebrate, but why do we try and hide from them? And let's think about birthdays in particular, because what's one thing the birthday reminds us of? It reminds us of the fact that, you know, there's only one sure end to this life, and that's death. And so getting old terrifies us, and we want to avoid it, or we want to pretend it doesn't exist, or whatever it is. But then there's other things that go on too. You know, we feel like, oh, maybe I can't achieve enough. Maybe I'm not as good as I used to be. Maybe I'm going to struggle, and that's my lot in life. Maybe I'm just getting old, and old people are irrelevant. And so there's a lot of myths around this, and I want to check the fact that just because you have a birthday means you should ignore it, hide it, and it's a bad thing. Okay. Now, firstly, if we start skipping anniversaries like birthdays, wedding anniversaries, and we start doing this for ourselves as leaders, chances are we're doing it to our team as well. Okay, so we're not recognizing people's birthdays. We're not celebrating those crucial moments. I would hazard a guess when it comes to setting goals and achieving goals, you're good at setting and achieving and maybe not celebrating the victory, because that feels like a stopping point for you. And so there can be some challenges in there. So that's one of the things that can be a problem if we don't, you know, if we just ignore anniversaries. The other one is, look, let's just look at this from a purely team point of view. If you are afraid or concerned about your own fallibility, you know, the fact that I'm getting old, maybe I'm becoming irrelevant, maybe there's just no place. And there's certainly a lot in society that tells us, you know, as we get older, I'm pretty firmly in the middle of Gen X, but as we get older, it's like we become a little more irrelevant. I'm fortunate to be around wonderful people all the way up to the you know, very early boomer generation, including people like my dad, who are just super wise in their 80s and 90s, and they're just the people I want to be around because of their wisdom, because they've embraced this fact that, yeah, aging's inevitable, but I have all this wisdom. So every year, every day you wake up, you're a day wiser than you were yesterday. And so that's something to think about. You know, we start to think about these things we shouldn't celebrate, but what if you could celebrate each year, and your birthday was the reminder to celebrate another year of wisdom, another year of growth? Thirdly, I think, you know, just if we ignore birthdays, it's kind of like we're burying our head in the sand. We may treat conflict like that. We may treat people like that. We might, you know, we might see someone at our age, I'm in my 50s, we might see someone at our age really enjoying their birthday and they seem to be going strong, and so we just get jealous of them. And so we can create these kind of nasty scenarios and situations. So there's a couple of things there to think about, you know, and don't forget to pop a comment in below, wish me a happy birthday, because I'm an I and I need it. but the bottom line is, you know, this is very important that we do celebrate anniversaries, we do celebrate our birthdays, but celebrate them from the point of view that we're growing in wisdom, that we're becoming better people day by day. Those things to think about. So I guess my action to you would be embrace the candles. Don't you love that term? Embrace the candles. So I've now got 50 odd candles on my cake. I don't think they'll fit, but and I probably won't be eating cake because it's not good for me. But I am going to embrace the candles. I'm going to embrace another year. And when this swings around on Monday the 17th, it's going to remind me to reflect and say, hey, what a great 50 odd years it's been. Anyway, just something to think about. Embrace the candles on any anniversary, any birthday. I'm Jono Break. This has been Monday Myth Check. Getting old is tough and irrelevant, and we want to ignore it. Enjoy the journey. Well, g'day, it's Jono Break here today, and I want to quickly talk to you about self-awareness in leadership and a DISC program that I'm launching. So one of the areas that I'm really well trained in, worked in for 15 to 20 years, is this assessment tool called DISC. And it basically helps you understand how people behave, how they interact with each other, how they connect, how they disconnect as well, how they can handle conflict, how they coach, how they guide, all these different things. But at the end of the day, it comes from this really important premise that the most important thing in a great leader is an understanding of their own space, their own disposition, their self-awareness. So this DISC workshop is designed to be a simple multi-video process where you can unpack DISC and you can look at it in terms of your own space. You'll do an assessment, so you'll know what your assessment is, and then you go through the videos and you can then book a 15 to 20 minute session with me at the end if you want to. But then also think about, okay, how does this apply to my team? And should we be doing this into your team? But this is where we're at today. I want you to think about coming and doing this DISC workshop with me. It's all online, so you can do it at your own pace, and then we can chat at the end. Hope you're enjoying the journey. I'm looking forward to seeing you on my DISC workshop.